Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Did the Brotherhood send you? Didn't know they were working with run-of-the-mill average wastelanders. Thought they wanted you strapped into one of those tin cans round the clock. It's wrong of me to judge by appearances, though. Why don't you introduce yourself? That's so. You got a deed to go with that claim? 'Cause, we're not gonna sign it.
This vault and all material goods within are hereby under possession of the Brotherhood of Steel. This requisition will aid us in the preservation of technology and the protection of mankind. Your compliance will ensure your safety.
You know, I'm interested in hearing more about this protection of mankind business. I suppose killing a few no-good raiders is an easy price to pay for the benefit this measly little vault will provide for us as a species. Is that it?
I repeat, your compliance will ensure your safety. Not that I'd expect a simple-minded brute to understand.
Resorting to name-calling already. I have to say, I'm disappointed. Thought I'd be able to speak to someone civilized from a big-shot organization like yours. What about you, Forward Scout? Think we can work this one out? Or are your underpants in as tight of a bunch as Mr. Compliance over there? So be it. You've made it clear the Brotherhood only provides two options: blind obedience or violence. You take a wild guess which we would prefer. That one stop. Not like this.
I expected more. One more step for our mission. Please secure the area. But their leader is still dead. Make sure to question him before he gets away.
Looks like things didn't turn out so well for me. Get it over with, then. Hold on. Let me get this straight. You barged in here, looking to reclaim your property, only to tell me you don't know where it came from? This is almost too good to make up. I knew my feeling about the Brotherhood was right, but you just keep on confirming it. Here's the thing. I don't talk about Raider affairs on Brotherhood territory. That's what this is now, right? If you really want to know, you can let me go and come talk to me in Crater. I deal with reasonable individuals, not an entourage of fascists with their guns pointed at my face.
I don't like it, but we have to let him go. We don't have the resources to waste on holding him prisoner. And Paladin Romani forbids executing enemies who have surrendered.
They call you Knight, don't they? I didn't know that was another word for lapdog.
Our order is held together by the chain that binds. Each link steadfastly supporting the next. It's not something that a lawless worm like you would understand.
You wound me, Knight. In the heart, that is. Since I've surrendered, and you can't touch me anymore.
I've had enough of this. Leave here and don't come back. And let me be clear. There are no orders protecting active trespassers.
Thanks for the tip. I'll add it to my compendium.
To me for your next orders, Initiate. We completed the first part of our mission. You composed yourself in a manner befitting of the Brotherhood. We don't compromise, especially not with raiders. It's clear you understand that. Moving forward, we still need to track down the weapon source. That man appeared to know something. I don't care how you get it out of him, but make sure you get it. Yes, it's dangerous, but not as dangerous as it would be to leave this thread hanging. Our duty as the Brotherhood is to preserve the future of mankind, to be relentless in our removal of threats, present and future. I wouldn't send you on this mission if I didn't think you were capable of coming back alive. We'll set up some Protectrons to guard it, and transfer the weapons back to Fort Atlas. After that, it can be used as an intermediate storehouse for anything our patrols find in the northern part of Appalachia. This is your top priority. The longer we let these weapons spread, the more difficult it will be to track down all of them.
can't believe they had the nerve to just barge in like that. That knight acts like some kind of right. So, you really came? Huh. To be honest, I didn't expect the Brotherhood to show its face around here with anything less than a fully armored battalion. Life is just full of surprises, isn't it? So, what can I do for you, oh honorable emissary of steel? Oh, right! The weapons! After they got forcibly confiscated from us, I almost forgot about them. See, the thing is, you and your metal buddies put me in a pretty tight spot back there. There are people here in Crater depending on me. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it back to them. So I prioritized a little bit. Getting home to those people was more important than being completely sincere to a group of heavily armed tyrants. So if you're looking for help with your little weapon problem, you can look somewhere else.
Don't you think you're being stubborn, Pierce? We have a good little Brotherhood peon here at our disposal. We can make use of that.
We've been over this. There's no compromising with people like the Brotherhood. Give them an inch and they'll take a mile.
We don't know that yet for sure. Besides, everyone has their own motivations. Our visitor might have one worth talking about.
I won't rely on a betrayal to take them down. You should know that. I have nothing left to discuss. I've given you my answer, Initiate. Now for your sake, I'd suggest you don't stick around.
Hey, you. Don't leave yet. I've got something to say. Don't mind Pierce, he's stubborn. Holds too tightly to his morals. I'll tell you about the weapons, but you're gonna need to give me something in return. Interested? Sure, okay. Just hear me out, alright? You can make your decision later. I want intel on the Brotherhood. Records, roster, correspondence. You've got people specialized in keeping track of that sort of thing, right? Transfer their data onto this holotape and bring it back to me. Then I'll tell you what you want to know. Okay, goody two-shoes. If you don't want the information I have, that's up to you. But from what I hear about your boss, he wouldn't be too happy with that, would he? Your funeral. We're not on friendly terms with the Brotherhood. What do you think we're gonna do with it? Don't worry. If the Brotherhood is as powerful as they are confident, then it shouldn't make any difference, right? How do you know about our war room? About that vault where you ambushed Pierce? We have eyes the same way you do. Remember it. This isn't a betrayal. It's just good business sense. Toodles.
Watch your step, it's a mess up here. Have a question. The past has the answers, but I'm not a bad backup. Raiders, huh? If they're anything like the raiders we've encountered on the expedition route, then my guess is the situation isn't pretty. All right, how can I help?
I can do more than just fight. But how do I show that I'm fit to be a survivor?
I think I understand. The funny thing about data is you don't know what's real or not. Not unless you gathered it yourself. To be honest, I was working on encrypting my terminal for this kind of situation. So, if anyone accessed it who wasn't supposed to, they would just get false info and none would be the wiser. I didn't finish, but you can still use the fake data I created. Should be clearly labeled in the files. Just, don't select the wrong one. This is the raiders we're talking about. It'd be bad news if they got an advantage on us. Worse, if the Knight found out it was because of me.
Order, learning, protection. I have everything I need here.
Not a problem. I'm here to help. We're really fixing this place up, don't you think?
Everything makes sense now. This is my place. Everything makes sense now. This is my place. Mission. Order, learning, protection. I have everything I need here.
A weapon may keep me safe, but it doesn't make these repairs go any faster.
Never gonna make a name for myself in health. I get to go out and prove my worth.
Never gonna make a name for myself holding down the fort. When do I get to go out and prove my worth?
The scorched plague. I've seen nothing like it. I wonder if I could get my hands on a sample.
One day, I'll make Knight. Then I'll show those raiders who's boss.
How can I find time to study our history with all this maintenance work piling up?
I hope I get to meet them in person someday.
Ultrasite country. Who knows what strange contraptions the old mining firms built here?
Weapons at the ready.
Glad we guard our tech closely. Now the settlers want to rebuild. They're only looking to the future. We need to understand the past as well.
Too
We'll
bad
make the
this
same
observatory's
mistakes
so
going
busted
forward.
up. I'd love to look at the stars.
The old world has so much to teach us. Why didn't I see it before?
The Scorched, the raiders.
Keep fighting out there.
Anything tries to attack.
The wasteland is hell. Stay vigilant, Initiate.
Calibrate this, tighten that. I want to visit Fort Defiance, but I'm not sure I could stand the sight.
Greetings, Initiate. We have to cut ourselves free from America to rebuild America. Take the old, forge it anew.
I wonder what stories are hiding in the mountains out here.
I could do more than just fight. But how do I show that I'm fit to be a scribe when I'm controlled?
Just a few more tweaks, and then it's back to working on that vertibird.
The settlers were don't you need to understand the past as well. Make the same mistakes moving forward.
I made it, Scribe Takano. I wish you were here too.
Everything makes sense now. This is my